Do it now.
The 10th of August, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Thank you, Lou. As Lou said, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, Yeshiva Tzalman here in Yerushalayim, Care of Zoom. We're learning our first shir this morning, Pirkei Avos, in the 5th parak, the 20th Mishnah. Yes, and we have our document, which I'll see if I can't put on the screen, but I think you must have a hard copy nearby if you have.
I have a copy, yes.
Perfect, very good. All right, so let's just review the paragraph number 2. Let's just review the Mishnah. And then if you remember, you had a question that you left off with last time.
Right. Yeah, I had a question about a stira. Okay, so let me read 2 first, like you just said. Yehuda ben Tema Omer Have Oz Kinimar. Yehuda ben the son of Tema said, you should have you should be bold like a lion, like a leopard. Bisamut the Hahi the Rebbe Akiva.
Well, you go to that's an explanation. We did that yesterday. I just want to review the mimer, paragraph number 2.
Okay, that's where I am.
Oh, really? 1 second. Let me.
Yeah, you're right. Skip this because I don't have any notes on this paragraph.
Maybe we did this with Mary yesterday. Okay, fine. So just review number 1. You leave number 2 for the time being.
Okay, number 1. Yehuda ben Tema Omer Have Oz Kinimar V'kol Kinesher V'ratz Kitzavi V'kibor Ki'ari Lasos Ritzon Avicha Shevashamai. So Yehuda, the son of Tema, said, one should be bold like a leopard, swift like an eagle, should run like a deer, and be mighty like a lion, to do the will of your Father in heaven. Hu Haya Omer, he would say, Oz Kinaim. I'm sorry. Az Panim Legehinam, brazen faced leads to Gehenna. Ubushas Panim the Gan Eden, and shamefacedness to Gan Eden. Yehi Ratzon Lefenecha Hashem Elokeinu Shetivana Ircha B'mehara B'yamenu B'mehara B'yamenu V'sein Chalkenu B'sarasecha. May it be your will, Hashem, our God. What is this word? Shetivana. Shetivana ircha.
Excuse me?
What is it? What is this phrase? Shetivana ircha.
Should be rebuilt your city. Your city should be rebuilt. The city of Yerushalayim should be built. Sheyitema, you should build.
Ah,
Ircha, your city.
that you build your city speedily in our days and give our portion in your Torah. Okay,
Right.
so it's like a kind
Right. So
of like a bracha at the end.
exactly. Right. uh, okay.
You want me to go to 3 now?
Yeah, we're gonna read 3 is where we start the explanations. Yeah, very good. Start with number 3. Perfect.
Az Kanimar, bold like a leopard. Ha Nimar Hazeh Nolad Min Chazir.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let we did that yesterday. That I'd rather go to number. Better to start with number. Show this is 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Let's do this. Yeah. This is I think where your question came up. Yeah. Very good. Number 3. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so a leopard was born from the mating of a boar and a lioness. Ki be'es yacham ha'arios halevia Neses Rosha Sivchi Hayar. So when the lioness goes into heat, she enters the brush of the forest. V'no ha mes us ovas ace hazachar. And she is available to the male.
Right.
V'ha chazir shomea kola ova. And the boar hears the sound of her invitation to mate. V'ne'amar yotza miben shenehem. And there comes forth a child from them.
Right.
Ulafi shehu mamzer. And given that this child is a mamzer,
Yeah. Like Mamzi here. Mamzi here is in the context of like it's a crossbreed.
right? Given that this child is a crossbreed, Hava owes pani. He is brazen faced.
Right.
Afal P, even though she'ain bo gevura kokach, even though that he's not so strong, he's not so mighty. Af ata have oz velo tach baish lishol merav ma shalo chavanta. And even you have the boldness and are not ashamed to ask from your rabbi what you don't understand. Ka'osa shishnehem lo shivaishan lamad.
Right. There's another mimer that in Avos it also says that a bison, someone who's embarrassed, he can't learn because he's not going to be able to have enough courage to ask his Rebbe to explain things.
Right. So what is this boat? Shanehem, Shanenu, Shishanenu.
We're taught. We're taught.
Before?
Well, I mean, yeah, because when there was a previous Mishnah in Avos, that's why he's referring to previous Mishnah in Avos.
Right. I think this is where my question came from. A one who is shame who has shame can't learn.
Right.
Okay, so you need to be bold and not embarrassed, so you can ask your Rav what you don't understand. For someone who is embarrassed cannot learn. So that's so the question comes now. It's saying you need to be bold, but this word bold, az, above we said az panim, someone who is bold-faced or brazen-faced, Gehenna.
Right.
So that's the stira. It seems like in paragraph 1, it's saying, under no circumstances should you be bold.
Right.
You should have shame. You should have shame. And you go to God if you have shame. And in 3, it says, you need to be bold. And so ask your questions. Because if you have shame, you can't learn. That's the question.
Right. Right. So this question is brought and it's asked, and there's an answer to it. Maybe what I should do is copy it over and send it out. We should learn it inside. I'll tell you what, while I'm preparing it, let's continue on with the explanations in our commentaries. And in the meantime, I'll prepare it and send it out. Whether we'll do it today or I guess today's end of the week already. Wow, end of the week already. But yeah, let me so okay, 1 second. Very good. Yeah, let's continue on, and then I'll prepare the answer for you, answer chef.
Okay, so we'll do that next week.
Probably, yeah, because I see that it's gonna have to copy it over. I mean, I could theoretically do it right now, but I'd like to look it over before I just send it out.
That's fine.
Um,
The question will be there on Sunday.
yeah, that's a chef. That's a chef.
Okay.
Good.
The Gibor Ka'aryeh, mighty like a lion. Likvosh es Yitzircha min Ka'averos. I don't know. I don't know this word in this sentence. Likvosh. Is that like
Likvos.
shame?
No, likvos. If you look in the second, I think it's believe the beginning of the second paragraph of Avos here over here. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, look at the beginning of the but this the Avos. Look at the beginning of the fourth paragraph in Avos here.
Fourth pair. Avos.
You still have the safer that you got for your birthday a couple of years ago. I think what is it, the Alshich? Was it the Alshich on Avos?
I'm sure I have it. I'm not sure where it is.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Ben Zoma.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm looking for this word. It did see. No, that is written. Where am I looking? The Kazor S. What was I reading?
That was in the statement that's made over here in the paragraph number 6.
Number 6. Oh, here. Likvosh.
That's right. You'll see that here at the beginning of the fourth paragraph here.
Okay, I'm looking for it. A kovesh.
That's right.
Okay, so kovesh is to subdue.
Right.
Subdue. The kovesh to subdue. Es yitzrach. That's probably the next thing. Yitzro, his inclinations.
Right. That's the eights of the like the eights are hurrah.
Right. So he subdues his inclinations from veros, from sins. Okay, so all right, fine. I'm familiar with this. I'm familiar with this Mishnah, but we're talking about a lion. How can we talk about a lion subduing his Yetzer Hara? A lion doesn't have a Yetzer Hara.
No, so those no. We're talking about the mightiness, the gevura of the lion. You have to be go you have to be as mighty as a lion in order to subdue your inclinations. You know, the lion uses its might to catch its prey, to do whatever else it does in life, right? But we have to use that meter. We have to use the meter of gevura, might, in order to subdue our inclinations. Oh, here comes Mayor. Mayor's coming in. That's good. You follow?
No, I don't. I'm confused by this. This is, I mean, my understanding of this Mishnah is that Gevura does not mean physical might. It means an emotional might that you're able to direct your emotions to be in control of yourself. That is true might, but it's not physical. It's not what a lion. It's not the kind of might that a lion has.
Right, that because again, what the physical the physical strength, right? Good morning, man. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Money Mayer.
Good morning, Lou.
Right. See, for example, let me use an example. An elephant. I'm sure an elephant is much more powerful than a lion.
Right?
I have no doubt. It's much more massive. It has much more muscle power, but it doesn't have the gevura of a lion. It doesn't have the might of a lion. An elephant is a very tame animal. You see people you see children with sticks leading elephants, right?
Oh, if you say so.
So yeah, people ride on top of elephants, right?
Right. You don't see people riding on top of lions.
No, they're not going to be. A lion wouldn't really be happy with such a thing like that. Even a horse is not happy with the person riding on until you break it. You have to break it
Right.
in, right? Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and those Bronco busters, those guys are getting, those. I wouldn't want to be a Bronco buster. Those guys walk away with broken bones. Like if they, those oxen, those, steer are not happy about a guy climbing on top of them, right?
Right.
But you have certain, right? But you have certain animals like a donkey. A donkey's not, a donkey. You climb on me, climb on me. Okay, put kids on donkeys. An elephant also. So they're more subdued. They don't. Hashem did not give them that those midos, those characteristics of gevura. So a lion has gevura. It has, and so really the gevura of a lion is really not so much its physical strength, but it's characteristic of makeup, like it's midos, right?
But a lion doesn't withhold himself. He doesn't say, "Okay, I'm not gonna attack this particular deer." He-
No, exactly. No, you're right. So just like a lion uses its gevura to accomplish whatever Hashem wants it to accomplish in this world, so you have to use that gevura. You have to use that same type of gevura when it comes to fighting against your Sahara.
right.
It
Okay.
wouldn't be, yeah. I mean, we're just transferring the ability of the lion to use that might, that gevura, that Hashem blessed it to fulfill its purpose in life. So therefore, you use that in order to fulfill your purpose in life, which is to subdue your Sahara.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I,
Very.
I, I usually translate Gibor or Gevura rather than as might. I translate it as fortitude.
That's good. That's okay. That's good too. Yeah. I mean, fortitude is it's related. It's a little bit different. Um, Fortitude
Right
it
here.
has a connotation of like stamina also, um, not just strength, right? Um,
Right.
you know,
The ability to make a fist and say, "I'm not giving in to
right,
this desire or whatever."
right. So that's like right.
And even with Hashem, it says Hashem is has fortitude. I understand that to mean that Hashem, allows us to sin. Hashem allows us to go against him. That's his fortitude, that he doesn't he withholds himself from, so to speak, from correcting us.
Right. That's right. So see, Gevurah has elements of both. It has elements of strength, of might, but it also has this element of fortitude, or like fortitude is a certain type of I don't know stamina and determination and determination. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. So should I go on to 7?
Sure.
Okay. Panim, brazen faced. Lefi sheha Ezras Nikar.
I think that Lefisha Azus meaning boldness.
Boldness. Sha'aznus Nikar Bipanim Kidigasiv. It's a boldness that is apparent in one's face, in his stance, as it is written in Mishlei. Ha'az ish risha b'panav. The boldness of a person is
B'panav, it's in his face. It's b'panav. The az ish Russia, the boldness of an evil person is in his face. You can recognize the person through his facial expression.
right. The fichach nikra oz panim. Therefore, we call him brazen-faced.
Right. Like I'm not sure if you noticed. I don't know if you went into the when we were in Prague a couple of weeks ago. I went into the Rabbinut building there. So in the Rabbinut building, so you have to. There's a guard there. There's a guard that asks you a couple of questions, like he asks you he asks you to see your passport. He asks to see you where you're from, and he asks you what's the Parshas of Shavua? What's the Parshas of Shavua? So I told him Akev. Then he asked me what was your bar mitzvah parsha, right? So I said I don't know, I forgot. So after we, he still let me in. So I was talking with my wife about what kind of question was that? Like, what's your bar mitzvah parsha? I mean, I could have told him anything. He doesn't have any record of when I was bar mitzvah. How is he going to know if I'm telling him the truth or not? Right? Like what kind of so we're trying to understand what kind of question was he asking. He obviously wasn't asking to know if my bar mitzvah parsha, because there's no way in the world he would ever figure out what my bar. I could have told him any parsha it was in the world, right?
Right.
So we kind of came to the conclusion that it's true. He wasn't asking me to question what was my bar mitzvah parsha. to see if I knew and he could verify which my bar mitzvah part was. But it was sort of a question that to determine my response. He was interested in my response, not in my answer. He was interested in my response to his question, right? So because he was trying to I guess they train them, these guards are trained, obviously. And so they're trained to try and pick up on different nuances and anomalies in people's responses, that they should be suspect that something's not completely right over here. I mean, I might have, you could possibly have a person with one of his do something. He could be trained to answer the proper questions, but like to answer the question like his bar mitzvah parsha, which so he was interested in more in terms of my actual response, not in terms of the content of my answer. He was interested in the content and the response, how I respond to his question, right? So
you wanted to see if you would panic.
Right.
Arab, and you would say, "Oy vey, I never thought about that question. What am I going to do now?"
Right. So he saw that I was relaxed. I said, "You know what? I can't read. I forgot about it," which is true. I forgot it. But can't remember when it was just a while ago. So again, like it's this is the pasuk in Mishlei. Pasuk in Mishlei says, "As ish rasha b'fanav," the boldness of a person who's evil is you can see on his face. If a person's going to try and answer a false question like that, you're going to be able. A person who's trained, person is going to be able to be sensitive to whether or not the person is now trying to push himself through. He's trying to be bold enough to push him through the situation.
Right.
It'll be recognizable on his face. So that's obviously something which these guards are trained for, to try and understand and see through people's reaction in terms of an unexpected question, how people are going to respond to it. So not interested in the content of the answer, they're interested in the general response of the person. Is he responding in a natural way, or is responding in a bold way, which would be a signal to him to be a little bit more careful and suspicious about a person like this.
Right.
Okay. All right. Very good. Maybe let's make a note where we're leaving off now. We're leaving off in. We have to do 8. We're leaving in doing an 8. So let's leave off there, and we'll continue on with the Mishnah Berurah here in several minutes. Mitzvah Shem. And very good.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Yeshayach, Lou.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, be back in a few moments. Okay.
We'll be back. Okay. Very good.